Hello guys, welcome to the pre-match discussion for India versus Afghanistan game. It's FIFA World Cup and AFC Asian Cup joint qualifiers. Final match of the group, important match for India, and straight to the breaking news. Rahul Bheke is back in the playing 11. He was suspended for the last game, so I'm not surprised with that decision, considering that India started with Udanta and Bipin on the wings for the last game. So I think again it can be 3-5-2 and it can be 4-2-3-1. You can take it as you want. We might see Ashiki Kuran playing as a left wing back and Rahul Bheke as a right wing back, and then you have Manveer and Chetri playing up front. So welcome everybody to the live streaming and important information regarding the qualification. Also, India need to win this match or play draw. If India lose this match, then hope Indian fans have to hope that both Maldives and Hong Kong doesn't get the favorable outcome in their games. Maldives is just playing after our games, so our games start at 7:30. Maldives games start at 8:30. So they are playing against Philippines. So I think Hong Kong is playing against Bahrain. So that game, I think Bahrain will win for sure. But I think I'm not sure between Maldives and Philippines. So this game is very important for India. I think we need to at least draw this game, or we should be winning it, but minimum draw is the requirement here to qualify for AFC Asian Cup 2023 round 3 qualify round 3. And basically if we finish fourth, then there is some permutation combination to go to the directly to the round 3, or we have to play playoff straight away. Yes, lineup is out. India group is Sandhu in the goal. Rahul Bheke is back in the team. He will be playing as a right back or right wing back, considering whatever Igor Stimac decide with the formation. Then you have Sana and Sandesh Jingan as a centre back pairing. I think that's there is no doubt regarding the pairing. I think these both are India's best centre back. Shobhashis Bose is playing. So again, if Ashiki Kuran is playing as a left wing back, I think then Shobhashis will be that third centre back. But if he is not playing that role, then he is the left back. And I'm hoping that India is playing four at the back, not at the five. Which we played against Bangladesh. And then of course you have Glenn Martin and Suresh Singh in the midfield, and then you have Manveer Singh on the right side, Brendan as a number 10, Ashiki Kurain as a left wing, and Sunil Chhetri up front. So I think that's the formation for India, and it might be 3-5-2, in which you will see Rahul Bheke, Sana, Sandesh, Subhashish Bose, and Ashiki Kurain playing as a five defender, and then of course you will have somebody like Glenn Martin, Suresh, and Brendan, and Sunil Chhetri and Manveer ahead. So I think it can be both way. Let's see what Stimac decide. Considering Subhashish Bose's lack of playing time as a left back, I think it might be five at back. I wanted India to play four, but this looks like India is playing five at the back. And also you have to think about India played well against Bangladesh in that formation. I'm not saying India played very well, but we got the result against Bangladesh using that formation. So I think biggest news from playing 11 is that the Rahul Bheke is back in the playing 11 of Indian team. So I think that's the news right now. Remaining team is the same which played against Bangladesh. Other changes: Ashiki Kurain is starting as a left wing back instead of Bipin Singh, and Udanta Singh is replaced by Rahul Bheke. So I think two changes in the team. So that's it. Regarding remaining team, I will just check the bench. Is Thapa and everybody is back on the bench? I will just check. I have not checked it. We have Adil Khan. Yes, Andrew Thapa is back in the bench. Bipin Singh is there. Dheeraj is there. Parnoy Haldar is there. Udanta Singh is there. Another news is Lalan Moya is there. He missed the last game due to injury. Then you have Leston Klasso, Sahel, Akash Mishra, Pritam Kotal, Aminder Singh. So in this case, Yashir is missing, or maybe it is tactical decision regarding the Lalan Mohi and Yasir. Yasir was there, so in this game, Lalan Mohi is back in the bench, and there is no Yasir. Andrew Thapa, Kapilesh asked why not Andrew Thapa. I think Andrew Thapa just coming back from COVID, so I'm not sure of what kind of fitness level he has compared to other players. And also, then you have to ask which player you will take it out. I think Glenn Martins had a good games in last two game for India, and same with Suresh. I think he assisted Sunil Chetri second goal in the last game. So I think that's why. maybe coach didn't want to change the formation or didn't want to change the playing personnel, so he stick with the midfield he had in last game. So that's with the India's regarding midfield. uh, Gaur says hope today there's no red card. Hopefully India can't afford to lose this game for sure. Yes, it's look like there is no Ishan Pandita in the bench also for India. I have very low quality playing sheet. Yeah, there is no Ishan Pandita on the bench also. So India, I think only attacking option India has on the bench is Bipin Singh, Udanta, Liston Classo, and Sahel. These are the four attacking options. So if India need goal, these are the four players which India can bring from the bench. So will be interesting. What will happen if finish third? Says Raze Mishra. If India finish third, India will qualify for AFC Asian Cup 2023 qualifiers round three directly, which is a group stage round. So we don't have to play playoff, unlike when we finish fourth. Where are you seeing the lineup? I think I have received the lineup sheet for these games from my team. So I'm not sure AFF has put it on their channel as of now, but this looks like the official lineup because it has the referees and everybody names there. Regarding Afghanistan, you will see. Okay, Afghanistan lineup is not clear to me, so I will try to bring that. But what I can see, Amiri is starting for sure, and Mohammad Sarif is also starting. Both the players who played in I League for many years now, especially Amiri. आनंद या रतुल भाई भी मिल सकते हैं, देखते हैं। अभी तो कोविड के चक्कर से इतना मैं घर से बाहर नहीं निकला था। Akash should be playing, considering Akash Mishra's success in the ISL. But again, it's important game for Igor's team. Like, I think he don't want to mess it up. He don't want to experiment it up. I think something which worked against Bangladesh, he want to go with the same lineup. Again, I think there is no news regarding lineup. But I will repeat again the lineup. I will go with the way I think they are setting up. Gurpreet Sandhu on the goal. You have Rahul Bheke back in the team, replacing Udanta Kuman as a right wing back. Then you have Sana, Sandesh, Subhashish Bose in a back three, and then you have Ashiki Kuran as a left wing back. In midfield, you have a similar midfield like Bangladesh game. Glenn Martin, Suresh Singh in midfield pivot. Up front of them, you have Brendan Fernandez, and ahead of Brendan, you have Manveer Singh and Sunil Chetri. So it can be 3-5-2 and it can be 4-2-3-1 if you yeah, play Subhashish Bose as a left back, and then Ashiki Kuran moves ahead as a left winger, and then Manveer Singh has to play as a right winger, which he has done for ATK Mohan Bagan this season. No Changte, yes, no Changte on the bench. Also, I think you have to consider they can only put, I think, 23 players in the lineup. I think that's the thing with it. So I will just check India's bench again regarding Changte and everything. Just give me 1 second. And Bahrain and Hong Kong, which is another important game. They are playing at 10 p.m. Indian Standard Time, and Philippines and Maldives is 8:30 p.m. Indian Standard Time. Two important game for India. I think India, considering that India need to, if India don't win this match, then we are dependent on these two games result. So that's with, I think there is no Changte on the bench. If I can make sure, attacking option we have Sahel, Liston Classo, Udanta, Bipin Singh. I think these are the attacking options. So no Changte, no Yashir, and no Changte, no Yasir, and another player which I forgot. No Shan Pandita also. Is finishing third is good. And what is the future of international teams? Is Akash Watts. Uh, if you ask me, before the qualifier started with the group draw, I thought India could have challenged for the second spot. But then you have to consider the COVID and all other external situation with the national team setup. I think finishing third will be good success overall. Going to the third round directly, that will be good success for Agos Team. But when draw came, having Afghanistan and Bangladesh in our group and Oman, somebody who can, we can give fight to, I think India should have fought for the second place. But ओवरऑल सिचुएशन को देखते हुए आई थिंक इंडिया को खुश होना चाहिए, खुश तो नहीं बोलूंगा, बट वी शुड बी, हमें सेटिस्फाई रहना चाहिए कि हम थर्ड फिनिश कर रहे हैं. वुड यू सैक कोच इफ वी ड्रॉ टुडे? संजय कामत. सो ये काफ़ी क्रिटिकल क्वेश्चन है. आई थिंक if India don't go to the third round directly, Yes, I might think that that India might need a new coach, and maybe this is too harsh on him. But sometime you have given him nearly, if you say Qatar 2 games, Afghanistan 2 game, Bangladesh 2 game, Oman 2 games, so 8 games. uh, if I remember correctly, in the qualifiers. Then, of course, he played against Thailand, Curacao in Kings Cup. Those make 10 games, two friendlies in Dubai, 12 games, and I think 3 games in Hero Continental Cup. So that's 15 games. I think there there might be the case of sacking if it doesn't finish, third in the group and doesn't go to the AFC qualifiers directly. Even if India draw the game, India will go to the qualifiers directly. I think then India should be giving him chance. So I've just checked standing again. So India is 1 point ahead of Afghanistan. So if it is draw, India will go to the AFC Asian Cup third round directly. We just need to avoid the defeat here. I think draw and victory is kind of a similar result, but considering the confidence Indian team, which is lacking in recent games, I think victory will be good. Good result for India here, is considering we drew against Afghanistan at uh, in our away game. Match कब है? Match will start at 7:30, and if we finish third, which team will we play against? R. Sarma. That will be decided by another draw. Brandon has to drop deep again. Yes, he might be. How the result of this match affect Steamac tenure? I think Steamac tenure, if India draw victory, I think it will same. India goes to the AFC Asian Cup third round directly. If we lose this game, then I think there is some permutation combination in place. And somehow, if Maldives beats Philippines or Hong Kong gets a result against Bahrain, then it will be very critical, and then his tenure might be not called successful till now. What's the lineup? I came late. I will repeat the lineup because I think many people have missed the lineup. The lineup is Gurpreet Sandhu in the goal. Rahul Beke is back in the playing 11. Then of course you have Sana, Sandesh, Shubhashis Bose, three centre back. Ashiki Kurain as a left wing back. Glenn Martin, Suresh in midfield pivot, and then you have Brendan ahead of them. And ahead of Brendan, you have a striker pairing of Sunil Chetri and Manveer Singh. So this is the lineup. It can be 3-5-2, uh, and I think it might be 3-5-2. But if Subhashish Bose plays as a left back, so it can be 4-2-3-1. In that, you will have Ashik Kurain from left wing and Manveer Singh from the right wing. How many matches will be played in third round? If India has 5 teams in the third round, including India, then India will play 8 more games, home and away. So that's why qualifying to third round is very important directly, because your future is not dependent on the one-off playoff game. Playoff game is just one game, home and away. So I think if we qualify directly, it's good for Indian football that we can prepare for those qualifiers better, instead of thinking about that who will get in playoff, when it is that playoff, and these one-off playoff can be tough sometime. So that's in third round. So third round, everything will be decided after the qualifier draw for the third round. Rahul Bheke starting is a bit dangerous. It's Shubham Mishra. I think not many options are there for India in that right back role. रूपी लेमा says अंडर 17 वर्ल्ड कप के बारे में सब कुछ बताओ प्लीज. क्या आप अंडर 17 वर्ल्ड कप जो 2017 में इंडिया में हुआ था उसके बारे में बात कर रहे हैं, या जो अभी वुमेन्स वर्ल्ड कप होने वाला है उसके बारे में आप बात कर रहे हैं? आप अगर दोबारा मुझे अगर भेजेंगे किस वर्ल्ड कप के बारे में आप जानना चाह रहे हैं तो मैं जरूर बताऊंगा. लव फ्रॉम उत्तराखंड. थैंक यू राजी राजा उत्तराखंडी. Uh, Third round groups will have 4 teams, so 6 matches. Yeah, I think so. It dependent on, because playoff is also 2 round by the way. So I'm not sure that how many teams they will divide accordingly. It might be 5, it might be 4. So let's see क्या रहता है थर्ड राउंड में. रूपी लूम्स, अगर आप मुझे बताएंगे किस वर्ल्ड कप के बारे में आप बात कर रहे हैं, आप ईयर डाल दें तो मैं उसके बारे में बात करूंगा. वाई कोच डजंट गिव चांसेस टू ईशान. आज ईशान बेंच पे भी नहीं है, तो उसके पीछे दो फैक्टर हो सकते हैं. आइदर ही इज इंजर्ड, some kind of niggle or something, or it is tactically so that he can include someone like Lalan Muya and other Amrut Thapa back in the bench. So he need to make a space for those players. So these can be two reasons. So I'm not sure of those two reasons. So unlike Europe, you don't have pre-match press conference here before the game. Will Manveer perform today? Your hope? I like Manveer, and I think he should be performing for India, and we should be hoping so, because we need striker who is confident. Yes, starting 11 is out. Again, I think somebody missed the starting 11, so maybe I will type it on a chat for everybody. If I will see, somebody has put on our website. So let me just check if I'm also check. Just give me 1 second. I'm trying to put the graphic of starting lineup for you guys so that it is easy for many people are coming late. Yeah, so as of now, starting lineup is very simple. Gurpreet in goal, Rahul Bheke, Sana, Sandesh, Subhashis Bose, Ashiki Kurayan is a five-man defend, or you can say 3-5-2 in formation. And then in midfield, they have pivot of Suresh and Glenn Martins, Brendan ahead of them. And ahead of Brendan, you have a forward pairing of Sunil Chhetri and Manveer Singh. So that's the starting lineup. Uh, यशनीत से कि आप क्रिकेट मैचेस मैं देखता हूँ क्रिकेट मैचेस में बाकी भी मैचेस देखता हूँ इंडिया के नॉट क्रिकेट में हॉकी देखता हूँ वॉलीबॉल बास्केटबॉल टेनिस बैडमिंटन काफ़ी स्पोर्ट्स देख लेता हूँ uh, so we needed more physical players for this game. Yes, Anish Rane. And I think that might be the reason that India is going back five again because then you have Sana, Sandesh, and Subhashis Bose in that three-man defense line. So it might be. So I think it can be 4-2-3-1. Many people are thinking that, like Tushar Sawant is thinking it is a 4-2-3-1. But I think it might be 3-5-2. I think because he want to go with the same type of formation which he I was picked against Bangladesh. So I think that might be the reason. अंडर 17 वर्ल्ड कप 2021 के बारे में सब कुछ बताओ. अच्छा, हाँ, अंडर 17 वर्ल्ड कप जो वुमेन्स वर्ल्ड कप इंडिया में होना था वो 2020 में होना था, उसको 2021 कर दिया गया है. एज ऑफ नाउ कुछ खास अपडेट्स नहीं है उसके बारे में. अगर अब नहीं होता इस साल तो आई थिंक इट माइट बी कैंसिल or they might cancel this edition completely because it's under 17 again and they might give India's वर्ल्ड कप फ्यूचर में अभी तक कोई बिकॉज कोविड केसेस तो नीचे हुए हैं बट आई थिंक एवरीथिंग डिपेंड्स बिकॉज T20 वर्ल्ड कप भी इंडिया में नहीं हो रहा है सो लेट एज ऑफ नाउ फीफा की तरफ से कोई स्टेटमेंट नहीं है लास्ट स्टेटमेंट एलओसी की तरफ से यही आई थी कि ड्रॉ जो वर्ल्ड कप की डेट्स वगैरह थी वो दी गई थी तो एज ऑफ नाउ होगा या नहीं होगा उसकी कोई अपडेट नहीं है तो आई हैव टू वेट फॉर एक्चुअली कि क्या होगा कि नहीं होगा बट कोविड सिचुएशन बेटर हो रही है तो अभी तक पॉजिटिव ही है बिकॉज वी आर जस्ट इन जून सो आई थिंक जुलाई अगस्त डिसाइड करेगा कि इंडिया में अंडर 17 वर्ल्ड कप होगा कि नहीं होगा हाउ टू रिड्यूस बैक पासिस बिटवीन द डिफेंडर्स आई थिंक आप चाहते हो अगर आप इफ यू डोंट वांट टू डू हॉरिजॉन्टल पासिस देन यू हैव टू मेक वर्टिकल पासिस करने के लिए थोड़ी बहुत एबिलिटी भी चाहिए होती है जो हमने सना के पास देखी थी लास्ट गेम में बिकॉज जब प्लेयर कॉन्फिडेंट नहीं होता तो वो हॉरिजेंटल पासिस करता है विच इज ऑल्सो नोन एज साइड वे पासिंग तो वो कॉन्फिडेंस टेक्निक के साथ आता है तो आप जैसे डिफरेंस देखोगे मिडफील्ड में ब्रेंडन के पास बॉल होती है तो यूजुअली जब ब्रेंडन के पास बॉल होती है तो ही वांट्स टू प्ले दोस वर्टिकल पासिस अप फ्रंट या ऊपर से डालते हैं या डायगोनल बॉल वो यूजुअली बहुत खेलता है तो वो कॉन्फिडेंस टेक्निक एबिलिटी के ऊपर डिपेंड करता है सना एक प्लेयर है जो काफ़ी वर्टिकल पासिस खेल लेते हैं हॉरिजॉन्टल पासिस कम खेलते हैं हमने लास्ट गेम में देखा था तो आई थिंक धीरे धीरे चेंज होगा ऐसे रातों रात आप ये नहीं होप करोगे कि सुभाषिश बोस प्रीतम कोटाल इवन संदेश जिंगत जिन्होंने अब मेजॉरिटी ऑफ देयर लाइफ प्लेड अ डिफरेंट काइंड ऑफ स्टाइल एंड फॉर्मेशन वो आते ही आपके लिए वर्टिकल पासेस डायगोनल बॉल डालना स्टार्ट कर दें सो आई थिंक थोड़ा सा टाइम आपको देना पड़ेगा नई जनरेशन जब आती है तो आई थिंक वो वैसे ही खेलेंगे जैसा आप देखना चाहते हो राहुल बेके में ऐसा क्या राहुल बेके में ऐसा क्या था जो प्रीतम कोटाल में नहीं है नयन वस आई थिंक प्रीतम हैज नॉट प्लेड मच एज अ राइट बैक so that might be the reason if we are preparing for the third round it makes to stick with third rate players like Rahul Bheke. I think आगे जाके the team will change for sure. You will have some like Saritan Fernandez, Ashish Rai coming up for those right back spot or right wing back spot. So I think this is all about this one game which we need to make sure we don't lose it. So I think that's also very important कि क्या होगा live किस पे आएगा some people are asking it will be live on Star Sports 1 2 I think Tamil Malayalam Bengali also alongside Hindi एंड उसके अलावा जियो टीवी पे आप देख सकते हैं एंड हॉटस्टार पे ऑफकोर्स आप देख सकते हैं सब्स कौन कौन है मैं एक बार सब्स की लिस्ट पढ़ लेता हूँ सब में आपके पास हैं आदिल खान अनुज थापा बिपिन सिंह धीरज प्रणय उदांता लालन मोइया, लिस्टन क्लासो, सहल, आकाश मिश्रा, प्रीतम कोटाल, अमिंदर सिंह, सब में मिसिंग है शान पंडिता, मोहम्मद यासिर, आई थिंक एक और अटैकिंग प्लेयर मिसिंग है, आई जस्ट फॉरगॉट हिज नेम, मोहम्मद यासिर, ईशान पंडिता, and I think there is one more player is missing. Changte is also missing. These are the three players which are missing from this sub list. So that's regarding sub. That's regarding play. What you make of Igor new tactics 3-5-2 is the future style for India. So Akash, what's if you remember my tactical videos which I have done for the first round of the games for these qualifiers, in some game I wanted him to play 3-5-2. For example, Netherlands is playing 3-5-2 in the Euros again because I think their coach finally, after trying various formation, decided it's best for them to play 3-5-2 because they don't have that quality number nine, so they decided to play with Dipe and another forward. I think considering our wingers is not getting same success as they're getting in ISL, for time being, if we can get Seritan fit, you can have Seritan and Ashik Khan as a wing back. I think it can be a good formation, and that's give you chance to play Sunil Chhetri up front, and alongside Manveer Singh. So I think it can be good formation for some game, but I don't want my team to have 3-5-2 as their primary formation for sure, because I want I want India to be tactically flexible, but sometimes you can't have 3-5-2 as your primary formation, So India should be playing 4-3-3 or 4-2-3-1, but you should have team who can play 3-5-2, because 3-5-2 is a very good formation, sometime to defend deep, even sometime to attack. We have seen against Bangladesh that we attack a lot in 3-5-2 formation, so I think it can work both way around. So India should be using this formation, going ahead, but not as a primary formation. आर शर्मा से आसिफ, सारे यूरोज के मैचेस देख रहे हो या सिर्फ इंडिया के मैचेस देखते हो? मोस्टली मैं इंडिया गेम्स देखता हूँ, आजकल आई लीग ऐसा नहीं है, तो यूरोज के मैं कुछ गेम्स देखता हूँ, जैसे कि कुछ प्लेयर्स के अकॉर्डिंग, अगर जैसे मुझे नीदरलैंड के डिपे अच्छा लगता है तो मैं नीदरलैंड के गेम्स देख लेता हूँ। इंग्लैंड में अगर यूनाइटेड के प्लेयर्स हैं वो देख लेता हूँ। स्पेन ऑफ कोर्स, स्पेन का मैच मैंने नहीं देखा कल, मुझे पता था बहुत बोरिंग होने वाला है। फ्रांस, आई लाइक फ्रांस द वे दे प्ले, एंड ऑल्सो जब कोई यंग प्लेयर्स खेल रहे हैं यूरोप में, जैसे फॉर एग्जांपल पोलैंड की टीम में एक दो अच्छे यंग प्लेयर थे, तो वो मैंने मैच देखा। तो मेरे डिफरेंट फैक्टर होते हैं, बिकॉज एज ऑफ नाउ आई डोंट सपोर्ट एनी टीम, सो मैं प्लेयर्स पे डिपेंडेंट हूँ। अगर मेरे पसंद का कोई यंग प्लेयर खेल रहा है या वैसे पसंद वाला प्लेयर तो मैं देख लेता हूँ, पर वैसे रेगुलरली नहीं देखता हूँ। व्हाट अबाउट AFC अंडर 23 चैंपियनशिप? एज ऑफ नो अपडेट। I am again very critical of this thing that India should have active under 23 team playing. I've just seen that today North Korea was playing under 23 team against, I think they were playing against some European under 23 team. I'm not sure. I was just checking the live scores before coming live. I will just check again. Uh, for example, Belarus and Armenia is playing at under 19 level today. So that's the thing. India's youth team is not active throughout the year. I think North Korea was playing um, uh, uh, just before we came live. North Korea or South Korea was playing against some European under 23 team. I'm sure South Korea is preparing for Olympics, so that might be the factor. But I think India should have active under 23 team. And other thing is, also remember, just 1 hour after our game, uh, there will be Maldives Philippines game, which is very important for us. Then you have Hong Kong and Bahrain game at 10:30, if I remember correctly. These two games, if India lose this game, will be very important for us to go in the third round directly. So let's see how these two games. Tajikistan finished second, qualified for AFC 23. They missed last AFC. Yes, I have to check again what the Tajikistan current standing is. And I'm not sure whoever it, but Tajikistan is good team, but India has been defeating them regularly. But if you remember last Continental Cup, we didn't. I think we defeated them that in that tournament also. Tajikistan. I will just check Tajikistan football team standing and everything. That they defeated Myanmar 4-0. I think today, if I remember correctly. And in the table, yeah. So they have 13 points, but you have to see Tajikistan group also. There was Kyrgyzstan, Mongolia, and Myanmar. So I think they were easy group. They just lost 3 games. I'm sure they lost 2 games against Japan, and I think they lost 1 game against Kyrgyzstan. So I think their group was a bit easier compared to India, because India's Oman and Qatar. If India would have defeated that Bangladesh and Afghanistan in both the games, I think India would have also finished second. India would have given Oman. We have seen in the in our home game that we were very close to defeat them in that game also, and we were very unlucky in the same. So I think that's the thing. It's also sometimes luck in your group, that what kind of luck you have. So India have to be hoping for favorable round three group if we qualify for round three directly. What is India's schedule for after this game? There is no schedule as of out of now. Let's see. I think once the games are these qualifiers ends, and we know that what is the future of India. Is India playing third round directly? Is India playing playoff? So according to that, I think schedule will be created by AFF accordingly. I think if India goes directly, I think it will be good idea to send Indian team out to Europe, maybe of camp of 30-40 team, and then play against some club teams who are preparing for pre-seasons, in good clubs. And I think that can be good preparation for India team. If Iraq defeat Iran, that's Iran out of the World Cup. What do you think? I think I was just checking that also. I think Iran it's set to be knocked out of World Cup qualifiers, and Iraq is always been good side, but Iran has been regular in World Cup. And this is another thing which I want to point out, that in these draw, if you see, the neighbors are drawn in one group. For example, for in our case, Afghanistan and Bangladesh is in our group. We just seen Tajikistan and Kyrgyzstan in the same group. We have seen Iraq and Iran in the same group. So I don't know what is AFC criteria for this. Are they just what should I? Are they just trying to make it sure there is less traveling for teams? The draws are done accordingly. Our draws are done randomly. I don't think these draws are done randomly. I think last edition it was done randomly. India had Guam, Oman, if I remember correctly, in our group, and then India was traveling here and there. So I think they wanted to make traveling less. So I think that's why you will see lots of neighbors in the same group. What is Suresh as a right wing back? Not a big fan of. He can do a job there, but I think he should be playing in midfield. He's a better midfield than right wing back. That's the thing. परने हलदार को लेके गए, उससे अच्छा जेजे को ही लेके जाते शायद गोल मार देता. I think JJ fitness, he has not played ISL properly this season, which ended. So let's see. I think let's see how he does. Another thing which I was checking, India's goal scoring charts. Uh, India's highest goal scorer. I was just checking, and other than Chetri, JJ, Baiching, and I am Vijayan, there are not many highest goal scorer in India. So we need somebody like JJ to come back in form, but I'm not sure uh, what kind of fitness JJ have. Can he come back and do again for India? Because if you see, we'll just check. So India need goal scorer. So if JJ can be that one who can, JJ has scored goals. Draw was random. I'm not sure Chakravarti B that draw was random. If you check all the groups, you will see lots of neighbors in the same group. So maybe it is random, but it's done like that. SAP championship होगा in September. होना चाहिए था बांग्लादेश में. बांग्लादेश सिचुएशन was bit better than us. थोड़े दिन टाइम पहले. आई एम नॉट श्योर इवर द करंट कोविड सिचुएशन इन बांग्लादेश. सो लेट्स सी. आई थिंक अगेन ये सब कुछ आपको आने वाले टाइम में ही पता चलेगा. अभी तो करंटली बोलना मुश्किल है. शुड अपुया स्टार्ट टुडे से कुशाल. So if you start Apuya, you have to drop Glenn or Suresh. So who will you will drop, and after, especially after their performance against Bangladesh, maybe Suresh, but I'm not sure. He gave assist to Sunil Chetri, so and also his understanding with Chetri, somebody like Ashik, Bangalore-based player Rahul Bheke can be the reason that he's playing in that midfield. No forward serve for India today. Yeah, our attacking options are very limited. You have Udanta, Bipin Singh, Khel. I think these are three attacking options we have, and Leston Classo also. So because there is no Shan Pandita, there is no Changte, there is no Yasir. So interesting because if I hope we don't concede any goal, but if we do concede, it will be very tricky because we need to at least draw this game. Draw should be the minimum result we getting from here. Yes, lineup is out. Yeah, playing lineup is out. We have been chatting about that. So if you people want, I can give you the playing 11 again. Yeah, just maybe I will put the lineup graphic on screen for many people who have not seen what is the lineup here for India. Just give me 1 second. Just give me 1 second. I'll pull the lineup graphic for you guys. Just give me 1 second. Yep, I think you guys can see the lineup on your screen now, so that will be easier for you guys. Another thing I want to talk about, tenure of Stimac is ending in September, so I think he's likely to get the extension for sure. So that's regarding Igar Stimac. Do Afghanistan like to attack? I think they are more of low block team, but they have some attacking tendency from both the wings, so they like to attack from the wings. So I think it is very important for Ashik and Rahul Beke to defend it well. I think that's another reason that Ashik is playing. Sorry, Rahul Beke is playing instead of some attacking option in right wing back. Sahel played as a left mid for Blasters. Uh, so then, if Sahel, you might try 4-4-2 with Sahel as a left midfielder, left-sided midfielder. I think India doesn't play that, so I'm not sure. And then Sahel potential and his creativity might not be used as a left wing. I think his best position is a secondary striker. He can play maybe Chetri instead of Chetri and Manveer, in some games in 3-5-2 formation. He can be good player in that 3-5-2 formation, and that will also allow him and Brandon to interchange. That might confuse opponent defender accordingly. So yeah, they attack mostly. I think that's analysis side, but of course they are right-sided team. But I think the left winger is also good. Uh, where India can break Afghan defense, I think it will be those diagonal balls which we have seen Brendan putting up. We might see Sana giving those balls to now Rahul Beke or Manveer Singh, who is playing on that right side channel. So I think India might be doing same which they did against Afghanistan. But another thing which I want to make it sure that long ball might not work against Afghanistan because they're physically very strong side compared to Bangladesh. I think Sai Error says Thapa is our best player. Maybe should start in place of Suresh. I think only reason Thapa is not starting because it's not because of some ability or something. He's not starting maybe because he's not fully fit. Just coming back from COVID, and I think if India need goal, he might be one another attacking midfield option because he loves to carry ball. If Thapa is playing, then Brendan has more freedom because Thapa can carry ball from midfield to Brendan. We can't give Bangladesh too much respect. Yes, and I think we underestimated them in our both Bangladesh and Afghanistan. But we have to balance it out between giving them respect and underestimating them. If you go all out attack, if Bangladesh scores, and it is a tricky game, if Bangladesh score, they will defend deep. We seen them play against Oman in the last game. It was 1-1 till 51 minute. They scored against Oman, and eventually they lost against Oman 2-1. So even that result would have not changed anything here today. But if they score, they can defend it well. Is this 3-5-2 or 4-5-1? I think I'm not sure what the graphic is showing. I will just check. Graphic says 4-2-3-1, but it might be 3-5-2. I think you might see Ashik Kurwan, Rahul Bek as a wing back, and Subhashish Bose, Sandesh Jingan, and of course Sana as a playing in those back three. We should play friendly against European team which do not qualify for Euros. What do you think, Sanjay Kamath? Sanjay, yes, we should be, but by the time our qualifiers end, you have to give these players some rest. They're off season where they can recharge their battery. By the time they come back, I think European countries might not be active in July, end of the July, because the clubs start preparing for the new season, and that might be the reason that we might not find many European teams with their full strength playing against us. So another option is to play good clubs who are in and around of those areas where we might go. So that might be the reason, or that might we can consider. भाई इराक और सीरिया में वॉर चल रही है सो वाई दे आर टॉपिंग देयर ग्रुप हिरिंदर आई थिंक सीरिया और इराक में वॉर बहुत टाइम चल रही है उनके फुटबॉलर्स बहुत सारे फुटबॉलर ऐसे हैं जो शायद अपने घर कभी गए नहीं है majority of them they play outside their country in Middle East in Europe so and of course they are talented footballer that's वो कोई केस आप नहीं हटा सकते हो and because historically they have been doing well in recent time and war चल रही है मुझे पता है difficult situation है but footballers उस country में उन country में नहीं रहते हैं they live outside उनकी football federation बाहर से ही काम करती है तो वो another reason है but it's fantastic what both the countries have done. This is the last match of AFC qualifiers for India. In this round, this is the last game. If India goes ahead in the round third, then there will be 3, 4, at least 6 or 7 games more, which will decide our qualification to AFC Asian Cup 2023. Do you think Reliance should own Indian national football team jointly with the AFF after analyzing good performance of Reliance Foundation Youth Sports? I think that's not possible, Tushar Shaman, because you have to consider that national team is a part of government, Indian government project, which comes under Indian Olympic Association in SAI. Unlike cricket, in which it is fully controlled by BCCI, national team has to follow national sports code. Also, AFF has to follow that. So it's not that because India football plays in Olympics, so it comes under IOA, Indian Olympic Association, and SAI. So I can't see Reliance owning Indian national team for sure. West Asian are physically stronger than South Asians. Yes, true. Sachin, A Matthew. The way if you see if you study geography also, slowly when you move west, even between India and Pakistan, you can see physical difference is there. There Pakistan in even see cricket, Pakistan have a tall, fast, strong fast bowlers. Then you move Afghanistan, same. They become Pathan there, so they are physically very stronger than us. And if you and in India also, for example, our northeast state and our western states like Rajasthan, Punjab, Haryana, they are physically taller compared to our northeast states. So it's the natural in Asia, and same way if you go Japan, South Korea, North Korea, and then you compare with the West Asian countries, and they are physically better than us. So West Asian are of course physically better than South Asian for sure. Constantine once suggested about joining ASEAN for better competition. What do you think about this, Jatin? I am been saying that India should be doing that. Should join ASEAN. Three reasons. There are lots of money in Asian. Asian football is very popular. There are lots of money in Asian football for sure. That's one. Good competition because you have Thailand, Indonesia, Malaysia, Singapore, and these they play regular football. It's not like our part of the world when we get activated during touring tournaments only. And another reason is lots of age group tournament for your age group team. I personally think we should be doing it, but politically it might not happen because India is founder of South Asian Football Federation, so politically they can't leave it, and overall, it will give political wrong message to our neighborhood countries that India is leaving South Asia in football, but politically it might give bad message, so that might be the reason. Can you explain the qualification chances if we win or lose, Pratik Bhai? So let me make it very simple, Pratik, and for everybody. India need to win this game or draw this game. We need to make sure that we don't lose this game. If we win and draw, we go directly to the AFC Asian Cup 2023 qualifiers round 3. That's one scenario, very clear, no goal difference, nothing. Another scenario, if we lose this game, then there comes two conditions. First condition, Hong Kong should not get result against Bahrain. I think which is very likely Bahrain will win. Another condition, Maldives is playing against Philippines. Maldives should not win against Philippines. That's the another critical condition. So if that happened, India will go as a best fourth place runner-up team to the third round directly. If these two things, either of these two things happen, I think India might have to play playoff to go to the third round. Before third round, we have to play playoff. So that's the permutation combination going into the next round for India. So I think we should be winning this game, or minimum, if we the minimum result we should be getting is draw. We should not lose this game. नीलेश प्लीज बताइए कितने बजे स्टार्ट होगा मैच? मैच स्टार्ट होगा 7:30 बजे. स्टार स्पोर्ट्स 1, 2, तमिल, मलयालम, बंगाली, हिंदी, हॉटस्टार, जियो टीवी, इन सब में आप देख सकते हैं. SAF should also be played in home and away format. Negida, it will make football culture. SAF will be interesting. I think that's one thing, and another thing which I see, Afghanistan has left SAF, so SAF have 7 countries. I will love SAF organizer to invite a country from Europe, for example, or maybe from South America. Bring them here. That will give competition to SAF, and that will motivate India to send their best team. If you can bring maybe country like, I'm not saying bring something like Mexico or something, but lower Panama, these kind of countries, from South America, even from Europe, some countries who are the lower tier of Europe. We have seen North Macedonia qualifying for Euros. So even brings countries like North Macedonia. So you never know. Bring one or two or three maybe countries from outside South Asia, and that might increase competition in South Asia and give better opportunities for Indian team also to play against, because that's what Copa America also do. If we can't win against Afghanistan, then how can we can dominate Asian football? That's AK Charan, very very correct observation. I think we should be beating Afghanistan and Bangladesh easily, but we are not. So let's see. Are we judging Ishan performance with AFC Champions League? Can we give chance Ishan in this match? We on this teddy bear. I think I was surprised that in last game he was not given. Now Ishan is not part of the bench, so I'm not sure. That why he's not part of the bench. Maybe he is injured. Regarding same, I will just check if I have a clear any update regarding Ishan injury or something. Let's just give me 1 second, and I'll try to get lineup bench lineup clearly because I'm not able to check the Afghanistan lineup because the picture I got was on not of the good quality. Tajikistan have defeated Myanmar 4-0. Japan defeated Kyrgyzstan Republic for 5-1. Good result for them, I think. Yeah, so no Ishan Pandit on the lineup by the way. So I've just have the lineup with me again. So bit surprising for India because we've just have Adil Khan in attacking option on bench. We have Bipin Singh, Udanta, Liston, Sahel. I think these are and you can consider Thapa also an attacking option if you can play in a right way. Only attacking option we have right now. I think bit in attacking wise we have less depth in our bench right now. Third पे direct qualify. थर्ड पे डायरेक्ट एशिया कप क्वालिफाई नहीं करेंगे. थर्ड पे हम राउंड थर्ड चले जाएंगे एशिया कप के. डायरेक्ट क्वालिफाई हम थर्ड पे नहीं कर सकते हैं. इफ इंडिया स्कोर 1 goal इन फर्स्ट हाफ गेम इज लॉक्ड फॉर इंडिया आई थिंक. बट अगेन yeah, because India need to draw or win this game, so scoring first goal will be very important for India, and not conceding the first goal is also very important. How many Afghan origin players does Afghanistan team have? Mostly the team is from outside Afghanistan, mostly, because again just like Syria and just like Iraq, Afghanistan was also the country who was in the war for the very long period, so that's the reason that most of their players comes from Europe or other part of the world. Glenn Martins will score today, says Shubham Misra. My bold prediction. Will India play Copa America? Akash Thakur this year, not of course. I think next year they have to see that they will invite India or not, because next year or I think it will be in 2023. I'm not sure because Copa's timeline is a bit messed up because next year you have Qatar World Cup in December. I'm not sure that how they will do pre-season for clubs and what kind of calendars the leagues will follow. Let's see. Any updates on PIO? I think no updates. Tushar Sawant, as of now, government is not going to take any decision on that. I'm sure. I think they have stance very clear on that. JK Gaming round three. Explain please. Round three is very clear. I will just maybe figure it out for you guys that who are the teams in the round three for India. So round three, just like this round, we'll have another group stage, and in that round three, we will have at least I think 4 teams in our group. So we'll play 8 home and away game. So let me just clear the round three. How many team? Yeah, 24 team will be there in the round three. So I think they will have 4 teams in one group, then 6 groups, and then you have at least 6 game home and away playing for that round three. The teams who are qualified for round three till now. Let's give me 1 second. I will also figure it out that for you guys. And out of those 24 teams, 12 slots will be available for the Asia Cup, and that's depending on that if China advance to the FIFA World Cup third round, which I think they have not. Let's China is hosting the AFC 23 World Cup. Let me check the Afghanistan China standing. So China have 16 point, and which means uh, because second team ranking China, yeah, so China might qualify for third round. They are set to qualify, I think. So India will have out of those 24 teams, 12 teams will qualify. So if there is 6 group, so I think every group there will be 2 teams qualifying for the AFC Asian Cup 2023. So very simple format: 24 team in round three, which means 4 team in each group, 6 groups. Out of those 6 group, group winner and group runner up will qualify for AFC Asian Cup. So very good chance, just like the last time India had it, I think. And it will be interesting that how India does in the round three, because round three will have teams who are like like of India's standard. So we have Philippines, Kuwait will be there, Thailand will be there, Kyrgyzstan will be there, Turkmenistan will be there. So it is interesting. So let's see. I think who will be other teams joining in, and then of course there will be pots will be there. So for the yeah. So pot one team will be teams who are rank 1 to 6. Then will be pot two 7 to 12. India might become in pot two. So I think very simple thing is 24 teams in round three, four teams in each group, six groups. Out of those six group, two teams will qualify from each group to the AFC Asian Cup, and that will be winner and runner up. So it will be interesting for India that India should be qualifying for Asia Cup, because इतना मुश्किल नहीं है. India will lose no Apuya in midfield, no Sahel, says Srija. आप प्लेयर को सपोर्ट करते हुए इंडिया को आप मे बी आर यू सपोर्टिंग अ पर्टिकुलर प्लेयर और इंडियन टीम हियर? आई थिंक वी शुड नॉट बी सेइंग दैट इंडिया विल लूज जस्ट बिकॉज we don't have Sahel and Apuya. I think who you will take it out. I think only way you can fit Sahel in place of Manveer Singh, but Sahel doesn't have experience of playing as secondary striker or a striker, and his physicality is on the same of Manveer Singh. That's one case. If you have to put Lalan Moya, then you have to drop Glenn Martin and Suresh, who played well in the last game, or either Brendan, and of course you're not going to drop Brendan. Can Indian football team play in Asian games? So for Asian games, of course, we play Asian games every time, and we have not done well in Asian games. I think we did not play last time because I'm not sure the 2018 time. I think we were not allowed because side doesn't want to send us. But India can play Asian games. If we do well, Sai will send us. But if we are not doing well under 23 level, that's why they don't send it. Today, African players score hat trick for Japan in World Cup qualifiers. Brian Matthew. So this is another discussion going on in Asian football. Lots of Asian countries, especially in Middle East, they are converting other origin players, African players, European-based player, giving them passport, asking them to play for the national team. Should India be doing so? Somebody like Hugo Bumo, Koro is of course old now. So these kind of Hugo Umo player who have not played for a national team might be available if you give them passport. So will you like to see foreigners playing for your country? My opinion is I am fine with Indian origin guys who has some roots with India playing for India, but of course I can't see foreigners playing for India, because their motivation to play for India will be not the same as for the normal Indian. I don't know what you guys think, but somebody like many of these foreigners, we see the Ranty Martins, Odafa saying that they want to play for India. So will you guys see these kind of foreigners playing for India? My opinion is I am fine with Indian origin guys, but I am not big fan of playing normal foreigners for India. I think I will not emotionally connect with them, until unless of course some of these foreigners kids born in India, then they are born and brought up in India, then maybe the other situation. But in current scenario, random foreigners, I am not happy, to see them to play for India. Considering Japan population, I can understand Tushar Sawant maybe. Yeah, but players with Indian roots will be best. Yeah, I'm fine with Indian roots. Harmeet Singh, Yan Dhanda, these kind of players playing for India, because at least they have some roots. I have talked to Harmeet Singh on couple of time. Harmeet speaks good Punjabi. He understands basic Hindi. Same with Yan Dhanda. He understand good Punjabi. Can speak. Can understand bit of Hindi also. So at least they have some roots with India. Somebody like these normal foreigners who are playing in ISL or I League. I'm not sure. Many might not agree with me, but I am not the one who want to see them to play for India. We could have finished second because this is the easiest got in our recent history. Yes, that's the point. I think this was the easiest group we got. I totally agree to Anish Rane, and I'm a bit surprised that. But of course, condition COVID I think played major role here. That's why I think India are not able to perform to their ability. But then you have to also consider COVID was same for everybody, not just for India. That's why there was shouts on, that's why Igor Stimac also was not given the longer contract, considering that he was just given 2 month extension for these qualifiers. Omid Singh, Yan Dhanda, Danny Bath, Mayank, Markhande, good Indian origin players, says Adam Smith. India is improving speed of 1x, meanwhile other Asian countries improving of 5x. When we reach a certain level, other Asian reaches top level to us. Uh, I agree. Uh, I totally agree. बट इसके पीछे एक और रीजन है कि इंडिया के पास जो पॉपुलेशन है ना वो एक उसका नेगेटिव इफेक्ट भी है एक पॉजिटिव इफेक्ट भी है. इफ वी कैन टेक आवर masses to take football right now, I know majority of Indian school, जब गेम्स का एक पीरियड होता है इसकी बात कर लेते हैं. अभी थोड़ा टाइम है मैच स्टार्ट होने के लिए, आधा घंटा है. एक मैं बड़ी इंटरेस्टिंग सी बात आपको बताता हूँ. जब गेम्स का पीरियड होता है स्कूल में, पहले तो मेजोरिटी टीचर्स वो ले लेते हैं, हमारे साइंस के टीचर, मैथ्स के टीचर, उनको अपना कोर्स पूरा करना होता है. जब भी गेम्स होता है आपने स्कूल में देखा होगा, आई हैव सीन हार्डली एनी स्कूल giving cricket bat, ball, kits, cricket kits, because there are 30-40 minute period, right, to play. What they think is that it's better to give one football because 22 players can play, or maybe more than 22 can play in a football field. और सब किसी को basketball दे दिया, किसी को volleyball दे दिया. So there is culture in school. I think what government they also need to make sure, because these are Olympic sports, unlike cricket, which is not Olympic sports till now. What government can do is, maybe let's make these games period bigger. Instead of 40 minutes, let's make it, at least for say 60 minutes, 70 minute, 80 minute, 90-minute period. And let's have a school, have a teacher or PTI who knows these sports, at least who can teach these kids basic, early in their age. And then maybe this grassroots program of I League, ISL and AFF and ISL grassroots program can pick it out these players from school level. I think if India wants to become a footballing nation, we need to make sure our school football structure is good and there is enough grassroots program that young kids doesn't quit football just because there is no option to play for them. So I think that's my theory behind salary of Indian players for India. Gaurav Jain, there is no salary, they just get the daily allowance from AFF, and which is not much, by the way. It's very less compared to their ISL and I League salary. Bro, how can Bheke play? I think only reason Bheke is playing that, because we don't have any right back. That's one. Udanta has a horrible game playing as a right wing back. I think that might be the reason Bheke is playing. Manveer is gonna be very important today. He just needs space and he will have plenty of it. I think so. And his physicality will be also come handy against the Afghanistani defenders. Any input of Shubhopol? I have seen, so I remember because last video also somebody asked about Shubhopol and I was getting confused between Shubhopol and another guy. There is with Subha name. So Shubhopol played for uh, Sudeva, and then he also played for India under 17 under 19 team. And I was just checking, memorizing those old games. I think he was doing good in this game. Another thing which I want to point out here is that uh, don't overhype what is happening with him. It's not something happening first time. It has happened in past, so let's not overhype. He's just going for a summer training program which Bayern, many clubs in world do. Earlier Manchester United used to do it. I remember Brendan and a couple of Indian players going to Manchester United Nike Cup in 2008, and Brendan did well in those Nike Cup freestyle and I think came top 15 in the worldwide. So again, don't need to overhype it. It's a good for Indian football, you know but it's not that he's going to go there and get selected for Bayern. It's good experience for him. I'm very proud of him and his achievement, but I am seeing people overhyping that, and sometimes it doesn't work with particular players. It hype can get them think that they are the best, because this is the age when then they need to put extra effort to become professional football and to play at European level. So I think that's my point is he's good player, but let's give him space. Don't overhype. Let him go enjoy his football and see how well he do there. What the feedback Bayern coaches give him, then he can come back. Maybe go back. Maybe some European club might be interested in him. But my only concern is the hype the Indian fans are giving him, which should be not there. Please don't compare with cricket, bro. At least Asia Cup, lol, people. uh, I'm not comparing with cricket. What I'm trying to say is, at school level, in the games period, it's not easy to give your students cricket bat, ball, pad, helmet, and then you can't have a cricket game in 60 minutes, right? Of course, you can play from tennis ball, that's one thing, but it is easy to organize football, volleyball, basketball, because these just need a court or a pitch or football pitch and a ball. That's it. And because you can play it, football can be played with the bare feet, but you should be not. But I think that's easier to organize at school level compared to cricket. I'm not saying cricket is a smaller sport or football is a bigger sport. I'm just giving that how we can improve our school school football, school volleyball, school basketball because it is easier to do it. Uh, what could be the reason Igor Stimac is not picking Parveer Das? He picked Saritan very late, and I'm surprised that there is no Parveer Das when there is no right back in this team. Who is uh, playing the right back at his club level because Bheke and Kochal doesn't play as a right back anymore. So I'm a bit surprised. So let's see what the next team he picks. Maybe he will there. Leston should come early after halftime as a serve. Can be the only uh, good attacking serve India has in the bench right now, other than Udanta. Why election are not held for AFF president spot? It will happen this year for sure. I think it's a very good time for under 22, under 23 national team squad for each of 50 players. They should coach by Spanish coach because Spain play beautiful short passing football. Adam Smith, I agree, but it's not necessary that you just need to play short passing. If you can play good position style based football, keep the position in the final third instead of your own half, I think should be good enough for India. अरे मैच टाइम क्या है बताएगा कोई? दिग्विजय सिंह, रोल नंबर 32, 7:30 p.m. is the match time. And now we just last 10 minutes of the show. I will take my prediction from you guys. I will give my prediction. Do you think India is better than Suresh as a right wing back? I think Suresh is better as a center midfield because that's what his trade is. But he can play as a right back, right wing back. But I don't want to play as a right wing back because Afghanistan is very strong in on the wing. They're both the fullback like to overlap. So you need a specialized defender to defend in those situations. I think it's a very good time for India, Indian football. Huge respects given by people. Now it's on players to grab the time. India playing 4-2-3-1 formation. Don't go by the graphic on this side of mine. It's basically just for the graphical representation. India might play 3-5-2, but they can play 4-2-3-1 if they set up like this. But personally, I think they are playing 3-5-2 formation. यूट्यूब पे कहाँ स्ट्रीम मिलेगा? यूट्यूब पे सैडली आई थिंक कोई स्ट्रीम कर रहा होगा, विक्की नाग. आपको हॉटस्टार में मिल जाएगा, जियो टीवी में मिल जाएगा, एंड आपको आई थिंक इसके अलावा आपको कहीं और नहीं मिलेगा. यही दो जगह आपको ना मिलेगा. अनदर थिंग इज India cannot improve properly until we adapt the European division based football tournament. Swashawant, yes, considering uh, that is quite possible. When is the game? Game is 7:30 p.m. Why today Vipin is not there? Vipin did not play well against Bangladesh in first half. That's why Ashik did well in that period which he came on. So that's the reason I think Ashik might be starting, and Ashik is more comfortable in playing the left wing back role as he done for Bengaluru FC on a regular basis. What do you think of Afghanistan target? What do you think Afghanistan target most Indian players? In the last game, coach have also spoken about it that Bangladesh targeted Brendan Fernandez very aggressively, and I think he giving the referee of today message, that don't allow Afghanistan player to physically do fouls against Indian creative player like Brendan Sunil Chetri. So I think that's hopefully there will be less fouls on our players because Brendan was taking some nasty fouls against Bangladesh. Nand Kishore, which channel? Star Sports 1, all across Star Sports Network, in Hindi, in Malayalam, Bengali, Tamil, and of course Geo TV and Hotstar also. That's regarding the match. Laughing Ball I told. There was no stream on Geo TV last match. Uh, I think if you go to Geo TV, then Geo Football should be showing it. And if not, then you can always select the channel of Star Sports 1 or 2 from their channel list. Then you can watch it. आदिल खान क्यों नहीं खेल रहा है प्रेसिंग गेमिंग? आदिल खान दो रीजन में से नहीं खेल रहा है. एक तो आउट ऑफ फॉर्म है, पिछले सीजन उन्होंने कुछ खास किया नहीं क्लब लेवल पे, एंड द सेकंड रीजन इज व्हेन ही प्लेड आल्सो फॉर इंडिया डिड वेल, एंड सेकंड इज सना और संदेश अच्छा खेल रहे हैं तो उनको यहाँ पे जरूरत नहीं है उनकी काइंड ऑफ अभी. ऑन विच वेबसाइट कैन यू वॉच द गेम? आई नो अबाउट इंडिया. इंडिया यू कैन वॉच इट ऑन हॉटस्टार. I'm not sure about outside India, but outside India, I think it should be available on YouTube or something because Afghanistan matches are shown in Tolo TV. They might be showing on their YouTube outside India. Do you think we should coaching under 5 under 16 with AFC or UEFA B licensed coaches, not with D or E? At under 5 under 6, I think coaching is bit different. That's what is taught at the AFC D or BC license, because how to engage the kids in the game of football, I think that's one thing. So I think You can't have B license coaches for your under 5, under 7. Then who will coach under 11 and under 13? Then you might need pro license coach for under 14 team. So I think that's why D license and C license also important. Afghanistan dost, but Afghanistan dost India, but Afghanistan today wins, says Milad Anwari, Afghanistan fan. All the best to Afghanistan also, but I think India need to win. Sorry, maybe draw if you want. We can give you draw, but not the victory for sure. Pritam Kotal is better than Rahul. Yeah, it objectively you can say it in a different role, but Rahul Bheke might be a better wing back than Pritam Kotal for sure because he's played that wing back role for Bengaluru FC in past. We need our PIO players. It's not happening in recent time. When will Indian football team equal cricket? I don't know. I'm not sure. I think until unless India qualify for Senior World Cup, it will be very tough to match the popularity of the cricket. And even when if we qualify and we lose all three games or all 4 games, 3 games, people will say, क्या फायदा हुआ वर्ल्ड कप खेल के because हार के आ गए. Umran hardly will be threat. आई एम नॉट श्योर. क्या लगता है आज के मैच में मैन ऑफ द मैच रेफरी होगा? लास्ट 2 मैच में रेफरी था मैन ऑफ द मैच. आई थिंक दैट्स व्हाट आइगोर स्टीमैक ने मैसेज देने की कोशिश की थी प्री मैच में दैट रेफरी नीड टू डू बेटर जॉब. सो क्विकली आपकी मैं स्कोर प्रिडिक्शन ले लेता हूं. आई एम गोइंग विद स्कोर प्रिडिक्शन ऑफ 2-1 फॉर इंडिया. आप लोग बताइए कि आपको क्या लगता है इस मैच का क्या हाल होगा. एंड आई एम गोइंग विद सुनील छेत्री and Brendan Fernandez with the goals. I want to see Brendan score his first goal for India for sure at the senior level. So आप बताइए आपको क्या लगता है कि मैच का क्या हालचाल रहेगा स्कोर लाइन का एंड कौन गोल मारेगा. भाई मैच तो देखने को मिलेगा होगा. आप मैच देख सकते हो हॉटस्टार जियो टीवी पे. यहाँ पे तो नहीं मिलेगा सॉरी बिकॉज कॉपीराइट का इशू रहता है. जब रहता है हम पे राइट्स तो हम दिखा देते हैं. इज देयर एनी पॉसिबिलिटी ऑफ इंडिया क्वालिफाइंग फॉर फीफा वर्ल्ड कप 2026? As of now, India has as equal chance as Japan, South Korea because qualifiers have not started. Let's see how many teams we will have in 2026 from Asia. If there is 7 or 8 teams from Asia, I think India should be trying to at least go to the next round of World Cup qualifiers. We knocked out of first round of World Cup qualifiers this time. Second round, sorry. I think our aim next World Cup should be that we go to round 3 for sure. If there is 8 teams from Asia. Many people saying 2-0 for India. Says Mohit. Akash says 2-0 clean sheet for India. VRA says Ashik marega aaj goal 3-1 for India. Sai Error says 3-1 3-0 for India. Gaurav Jain says 3-0 for India. Teddy Bear 2-1 for India. 2-0 India wins. So many people have very confidence of our defense, so they're going with a clean sheet. Goals: Sunil Chhetri and Manveer Singh. Assist: Brandon. Will Thapa play? I think Thapa might play some role from the bench if India required that. There is certain lack of confidence and coordination among players of India, but Chak de India, says Manas. I think this is the time to support Indian team. I think we can always talk about their deficiencies and their technical abilities, but this is the time. So let's support them for 90 minutes. Later on, of course, we can speak about where we need to improve, do the improvement. Brandon is playing too deep. He need to play proper AM to score goal. Kirkasani, I think Brandon best position is the secondary striker. I've seen him play for India for secondary striker at the youth level. So I think that's the thing. What do you think about Borges? I think, but now with Glenn Martin rise, what kind of role Borges play for national team? He's not fully fit. That's why he's not playing. I think he's just back in training, so we are not sure of his fitness level. But with Thapa, Borges, Glenn, Suresh, Lal Muya, what I can say that India's pivot midfield has enough depth. Now we need Sahel, Brendan to do the magic in the attacking midfielder, and have Manveer Singh, Sunil Chhetri score tons of goal. India will do well because I think midfield wise we have good depth now. Only thing we have a considering, and sadly in recent time the quality of wingers have gone down in India, so we need new wingers also coming up. Are you streaming the game? No, we can't stream the game. You can watch it on Hotstar and Geo TV. So before the game start, we will close this streaming for sure. But after this game ends, we will have a uh, uh, post match discussion regarding this game. So you can tune into our channel straight away after the game, 10 minutes after the game ends. भाई अगर मेसी इंडिया में खेलता तो क्या होता? कुछ नहीं, आई एम नॉट श्योर मेसी को अगर आप इंडिया में ले आओ, इंडिया वर्ल्ड कप क्वालिफाई कर जाएगी। कोच ट्रस्ट यासिर मोर देन सहल, पर यासिर इस गेम में नहीं है, सहल बेंच पे है, तो सहल को यूज कर सकते हैं, यासिर को तो नहीं कर पाएंगे। Just 8 minutes to get boom boom India. I think all the best to Indian team. Thank you for you guys for tuning in. I can see 224 likes. It will be great if people who have not hit that like button can hit that like button so we can reach 300 like very quickly. I'm in Australia. Australia, then I think you might try some Afghanistan Tolo TV or something. They might be showing game outside India. Any news about Pro Kabaddi, Salesh? I think Pro Kabaddi, there will be some news coming up. I have been saying it regularly, but there is no news of the TV rights which they made bidding public very a couple of months back. So I think there will be some news coming up. There might be Pro Kabaddi League happening from December. I think we need time for grassroots players to grown to think for the think about World Cup. Totally agree. Have gonna play. POA says Saurav Shukla. Brandon will create chances now. It's up to forwards convert opportunities into goals. Brandon created lots of chances in last game also. Why not Changte in playing 11? He can do wonder. Why not Changte in playing 11? He can do wonder. Says Chirians. Today Changte is not even on the bench, so I'm not sure what is the reason behind that. And people are showing their support, and now we have 246 likes. It's great. Just 17 minutes to go. Another thing which I want to ask you guys that do join us for the post match discussion video which will happening on Khel Now TV. If you are not subscribed to our channel, you can hit that red button down here somewhere, and you can subscribe to our channel and also press the notification bell. Whenever we go live next time, you will get the notification on your phone. Also, our social media links are in the description tab. You can follow our website, our social media channels, and everything on our on different social media. For example, Instagram it's Khel Now, on Twitter is Khel Now. Again, on Facebook you can go to Khel Now Football. We have also Telegram group where people are chatting 24 hours regarding Indian football, so you can also join that. So that will be great because that give you regular updates of Indian football. We do lots of content for Indian football, so for which of course you can go to the uh, uh, to our website, which is khelnow.com, which you will see here somewhere here. So you know that will be great, so keep supporting us. So and let's see, hopefully India will score more than 2 goals, keep a clean sheet. But I think if India win this game irrespective of the goal score line, I will be very happy. Minimum, just before going, minimum India need is to draw, and of course we can win. If we do draw or win, India will qualify for AFC Asian Cup 2023 round 3 qualifiers. If India lose this game, then India is dependent on the result of Maldives, Philippines, and Hong Kong versus Bahrain game. So these two games will play important role if India lose this game to go to the round 3 directly. If our result doesn't go in our favor, then India need to play playoff, which might be tricky. So which we will speak about uh, after the game about the situation. Why Rahul Bheke? I think because we don't have many uh, uh, um, not many right back in the squads. That's the reason. Dark Flux says 6 lakhs follower. Why not in live in show up? Because the reason is majority of these followers from our kabaddi. So once we do kabaddi stuff, they will always do tune into our channel. Shreyesh Nandekar says link for Telegram. I think you can just search Khel Now. I will just give the link for Telegram also. Just give me 1 second before we end this. I will give you the link for the Telegram. It is Khel Now. If you search on Telegram, you'll get it. But I will also give the link for same. Right wing is really strong. Number 17 Omar is apparently the best in Afghanistan. What are the position India need to improve? I think India needs more forwards for sure. That's the one position we need to do well. You know, so that's one thing for sure. I think at going ahead, we also need better winger. I'll just give the link. It's Khel now on the Telegram. Just somebody's asked me, so let's give me 1 second. So you can use this link to join our Telegram group. This is the group. I'm going to just pin it here. Yeah, this is for our Telegram group. So thank you very much for joining in. Hopefully, I will see you after the game with happy face and with the victory against Afghanistan. So that will be great for Indian football. So another thing is I just want to give the live, if you're not able to watch the game, you can always follow Khel Now live commentary. I'm going to give link of that also on the live streaming. Here is the live commentary link. If you can't follow the game for the different reason, you can always get very fast update on our website. So you just have to tune into this link, and also our social media handles will have all the goal updates, everything, all important updates happening at our social media, so you can tune into that. So just 12 minutes to go for the game now. So just give me one another second. Yeah, so I have just shared the live streaming live commentary link for you. If you can't somehow, due to you're working, you're traveling, you can't follow the game, you can watch the game, you can use our text live commentary to get the latest update regarding the same. So it will have all the live, all the important updates. And also, if you don't want to get the live commentary, you can head it to our Twitter handles, where you will get all goal and all important updates on our Twitter handle. So thank you guys for joining in. I think it's great. We had more than 200, 300 people tuning in. So after this, just after the game, we will be live again. So do tune in for that. And also somebody saying watch Oman Sports TV for live match, says Admiral Skull. Of course, people who are outside India, they can watch the game on uh, Oman Sports TV. Admiral Skull कह रहे हैं तो आई एम नॉट श्योर, आई हैव नॉट चेक इट वेरीफाइड इट पर्सनली, बट अगर बोल रहे हैं तो ऑफकोर्स हो रहा होगा, तो यू कैन यूज दैट. सो थैंक यू वेरी मच फॉर ज्वाइनिंग इन. सो होपफुली इंडिया able to do well in this game. We win this or at least draw this game, so qualify for the third round of AFC Asian Cup. So thank you very much. Looking forward to the game, and we have just 11 minutes to go. And all the best to Indian team, both the teams. But I hope India win this game.